G'day guys, Daryl Atkinson here. Welcome to AFL Legends Unite. Today we're going to be reviewing the Melbourne and Carlton game and... yeah, I love my job. First, fuck you Melbourne. Fuck you. Should have won that game and we choked. Oh god, we did well. I was highly frustrated in that last quarter and it was devastating. Oh my god, I was really devastated by that, really angry. It was frustrating to watch in that last quarter, but hey, we did well. I should suck it up and understand we did well. We challenged Melbourne. We caused a lot of headaches for them, but I just feel like yeah, it goes to show how young of a side we really are. And we're not even actually the youngest. I think we're like the 5th youngest, and yet we just were exhausted. I think that though we got more young players in terms of quantity. Because when you look at the youngest list, it's by average age. So technically, by quantity, we do have the youngest list in the competition. We've got 16 key players out of 40. 16. So that explains, and it explains a lot. And the fact that we're able to challenge Melbourne, a bit inaccurate, but they still had 2 more scoring shots than us, and they won by 22 points in the end. And it was they caught up, they came back. It was, and it's a good start for Melbourne. They've never been 2-0 since 2005, so it's a long time coming. They were expected to win, and when they did, but a lot of questions will be asked about their capabilities of being a dangerous side. They were outstanding around one, but when you come against a young side and one of the youngest lists in the comp, and you're expected to flog them, and you give out that bloody performance, you're just gonna, you're gonna end up getting everybody thinking, oh, are they really the top side, or are they just a below side pretending to be a top side? So yeah, and they were trailing by 8 points midway through the third after Carlton came back. I think it was about 30 points, was it? Probably a bit below that. What was the margin that Melbourne got out to? Doesn't say, no one's reported on it, because it's all about Melbourne. Melbourne did this, Melbourne did that, Melbourne did this, Melbourne did that. There's nothing about Carlton. No, that's to be expected. The AFL don't really like us too much. It's fair to say we have caused a lot of controversy over the years. We've caused 2 controversies over the year. First, knocking out Richmond in an elimination final just because they're shit, and obviously the salary cap scandal in 2001 that gave us our first ever wooden spoon in 2002 in our history. And we just haven't really recovered since then. But Melbourne just dominated the disposal count, 422 to 358. Their ability to keep the ball and not be able to progress forward, we managed to shut them down in the centre. They couldn't really progress forward, and every single time they did, they were forced to bomb it, and it just led to a turnover. We do have we have a solid defence. It's taken a couple of years to build it. A couple of pre-seasons to get it looking decent. I think the next step is the midfield and then the forward line. So Bolts is slowly progressing with the side, but it's a very slow progressing system. But yeah, free kicks, Melbourne won them, cheap bastards. Clearances, Melbourne won them by 3, so it's quite even there. Inside 50s, we won it by 2, however Melbourne had 2 more marks inside 50s, so the polish just wasn't there from us. Melbourne actually played a flooding system. I think that kind of actually hurt them in the end, where they would actually start off with 6 defenders instead of the casual 4. And that kind of caused a lot of problems with them. That's why Carlton were able to hit back and take control of the game, because all their defenders were in our all 6 players in our defence. They just kept bombing it out, and then we were there to take it over because the 2 other players that would have been on tour, their their defenders were actually waiting outside the 50, and they'll just receive the ball back and they'll bomb it back in. But it was just like a back to forward system where we'd bomb it in, they'll bomb it back to us, then we bomb it back in, and then they bomb it back to us. It was just not really professional football at all. Contested possessions, Melbourne won it by 7 more. Tackles, Melbourne dominated 62 to 45. The pressure was there. Hit outs, they won by 4. They just really challenged us. I just found Jordan Lewis was he didn't play his best football. He actually resulted in trying to get free kicks in a lot of areas. Cheap bastard. And that just resulted in his ability to get those 17 disposals. Sorry, that's hilarious. 17 from Lewis. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, it was a dominant performance by them in that last quarter. They were just too tight to come out. Their best in Melbourne was Oliver with 35 disposals, Tyson 32 disposals, and Salem 31. As for Carlton, 31 disposals for Murphy, 29 for Cripps and Doherty, and then 25 for Gibbs. A bit of concerns I'm finding with Carlton is Dennis Armfield. Since he's come back from missing in half a year of football, he's just not performing at his best. He seems to not have the confidence. He just doesn't have the confidence, and it's hurting his footy. It's hurting us. So I wouldn't be too surprised if he gets dropped in the seconds. Dale Thomas did his right knee, took mark of the year. Silvani corked thigh and ankle. He'll be fine. Brayshaw cut his eye. Oh, you're gonna cry? Suck it up, princess. And yeah, it was actually everyone was saying it's going to be a 60,000 plus crowd. It was only 46,727. I guess a lot of Melbourne supporters heard what was happening in the third quarter and shit themselves and ran off. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, we were just unable to get back the lead. Anyway, looking on to next week, Carlton are still set to probably not win a game of football, maybe one if we're lucky. Just because we still don't have the talent. Like, I know we did pretty well against Melbourne, but I just feel like our talent's still a bit below average. There's still a lot of work needs to be done. Melbourne will take on Geelong at Etihad Stadium on Saturday afternoon. I'm feeling like it's going to be a dominant win by the Geelong Football Club, but maybe a different Melbourne might come out. Carlton will be, we'll try to be looking to avoid a 0-3 start, but we're playing Essendon on Sunday. I think that 0-3 start's imminent. I think Essendon are a decent, dangerous side, and they will be at the start of the year before fading. I just don't see us winning. Maybe a Gold Coast game, because Gold Coast have been really crap. Maybe against Gold Coast, if we're lucky, maybe we might win 2 games of the year, maybe 1. But yeah, it's just a lot of questions is to be raised by us and our ability to... and it just comes down to fitness. We don't have the fitness for it. A lot of kids have got a long way to go. So anyway, guys, that's me. That's all from me here. I'm in a lot of pain just reporting on this game. So it's time for me to move off. I hope that gives you decent insights to that game. Good luck to both sides next week. Come on, Blue Boys. Let's smash Essendon. Let's just do something. Just do something amazing. I'm losing my hair. It's turning grey. Anyway, guys, take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.